My desire is to resituate your life current into the cosmic bliss current. To take your separate energy and reconnect it back into indistinguishable bliss. For your sadhana will not find completion until that connection with the cosmic universal bliss performs your sadhana for you. No individual effort will reach the divine consciousness. As long as there is an individual, there will be the drama and the litany that goes along with individuality. Once the bliss current adopts your existence, it begins to spontaneously meditate it. You become the object of its meditation. You are also the subject of that meditation. Until just to the pure, raw, massive field of bliss itself, its transcendent radiation, you become it. I am here to activate that process and to reactivate it as many times as is necessary. Until it becomes sufficiently activated that there can be no possible deviation from the one and only true course of liberation. We're talking about a long journey, not long in a temporal sense, but long in the sense of a long walk along the beach shore, a long walk tracing the sunset, something that takes time away from you, something that takes you away from time. In that sense, it's a long journey. Long also in the sense that you have become patient, sublimely patient, in a non-anxiety-based waiting, where devotion is dominating your life. Devotion based on the detection of the presence of that life current in the way it already has begun your nature. It has begun meditating you within your own nature. When you begin to recognize the superlative bliss finally breaking through your skin, breaking through your mind, your heart, then you are becoming realized in it. And we've all tasted that. So it's already doing its work. It has already done its work. It's just a matter of time before the process becomes utterly self-validating and transparent in its total effect. It's just a question of time. Not that it takes time, but that time will give it the proper context, the extension of time, in time and space, the place where you become realized. If you weren't in time and space, you wouldn't need realization. So that you are here, you need it. That's both the tragedy and salvation of your life. And the real meaning of it as well. Whatever else happens in the meantime is just some kind of distraction, but a necessary one. Because without distraction, you don't have action. Without action, you don't have this progressive movement that re-encapsulates you back into the source. Because you're not born enlightened in the sense of completely enlightened. If you were, it would never even occur to you to want to know what the non-dual is. It would never even enter your mind. You would be so complete in it. So you're born in this condition where you are meant to go through all of the anxiety of the search. Just to feel that breaking, opening process occurring in you. It's just to give that breakthrough process a context in which to occur. So there's no mistake even about ignorance, about being ignorant and living in a state of lack of illumination. That's the pretext for coming here and acquiring liberation. The ultimate key in sadhana, therefore, is just to be exactly where you are. I'm talking here about within the context of my teaching. To be relaxed in what you are. Not to impose anything whatsoever upon yourself, even to become relaxed in what you are. Just assume total congruence with your own inner state. Just let yourself be. And in that little millisecond where that comes to be, that kind of alignment with who you think you should be, with who you really are, when that division disappears, then you begin to taste the non-dual, just as you are, without even the need for practice. Realization will become your practice, which is absolutely amazing. Your practice will become becoming aware of that which is everything, which is better than any other kind of practice. That's the final practice. The practice, the end practice to which all preliminary practices point. All preliminary practices are just proto-practices. They're just introductions to this other practice. And then once you start riding on that wave of opening into the inherent clarity of being, and that's the last wave you will ever ride. It will just continue to climax until it fulfills itself, until you become the witness, and then the witness itself falls away naturally as it came. It too subsides into the unknowable, and then some kind of mysterious flower comes into being. A scent that leaves no trace, that is utterly mysterious and full of the radiance and darkness of being.